About 15 years ago, I was in university in Adelaide studying commerce and law. I had 6 months to go in my degree. And I remember coming home, talking to my parents, and I said, Mum, Dad, I love you. It's taken me all my life to build the confidence to tell you this. I'd like to quit university. So my mum immediately starts crying. It is impossible to cry that fast. But she knew that if she cries, my dad gets pissed off. So then my dad sees her cry, rolls up his sleeves. My dad walks up to me, and you know what my dad does? He goes... That's what Bruce Lee does before he kicks your ass. So I recognize the signs of danger, and I say to my dad, I go, Dad, no, wait. There's this one more thing. I'm quitting commerce and law because I'd like you to also give me $100,000 on top of that so I can build a business on the internet just to teach magic tricks. My dad, what the hell, you want to read a Harry Potter? Dad's super pissed at this point. He looks to my mum, who's now crying for real. He leaves me in the lounge room, and I'll never forget this. He just walks away, grabs my mum by the arm, and they walk into the kitchen. My parents come out of the kitchen about 15 minutes later, and they say something I completely don't expect. My dad is the eldest of 7 brothers. He was the one that made the decision to flee Vietnam during the war, to leave everything behind. And he comes out, and he says, he goes, boy, I didn't risk my life. I didn't risk the lives of all your uncles, all your aunties, especially your mum and your grandparents. I didn't risk everybody's life in the Giang family to try to find freedom, to then force you to do something you didn't want to do. If it's magic, it's okay. And the most beautiful words he said then followed. He said, son, in this life, you owe me one thing though, still. The one thing you owe me is you have to jump as high as you can in this life. And as long as I'm alive, I'll forever be your net. So I tested the theory. You know, like we all should. How strong is this net? How many times can I fall on this net? What does it feel like? I failed more times than you can imagine. But I share this with you simply because I wouldn't be here talking to you all this evening if it wasn't for the sacrifices my mum and dad have made and those before them. And I believe the same to be true for every single one of us in this room now. You would not be who you are, you would not be where you are if it wasn't for the sacrifices your families have made, the families you choose or the families you're born into.